Hello and welcome to Twinpossible, where anything is possible if you put your mind, body, and soul into it. Good to see you today. And today we're going to discuss twin skin and stretch marks and all that fun stuff that we dread when we learn we're pregnant, especially with multiples, whereas the twin skin is concerned. But it can actually happen in singleton pregnancies too when the skin is stretched to its limits. Okay, so is there anything that we can do? Some of us feel doomed right from the start. I know I did when I heard it was multiples. I mean, pregnant with my fourth and fifth children, I said, oh my gosh, I said, there's no way that I'm going to have 5 full-term children in the stomach and not get a ton of stretch marks and a ton of hanging twin skin. Okay, now let's face it, our babies are worth it. Okay, healthy, beautiful, big babies far exceed our thoughts about our own bodies. But I know, knowing me, that afterwards, looking in the mirror every day, hating what I see, was going to cripple me. So of course I wanted to do everything I could to prevent it. But again, if I got it, I'd have to live with it or deal with it later when I could afford to. But I was just going to do all I could to prevent it and hope for the best and pray, but knowing that my baby's health came first. So to have both is a really amazing thing. Do I consider myself a freak of nature? No. I'm 9.5 weeks postpartum. I do not have any stretch marks, okay? So it is possible. No hanging twin skin, maybe a little bloat this evening, but no twin skin. Doesn't that happen in the evenings? And now at 9.5 weeks, the belly skin is totally back to where it was. It was pitchable and wrinkly when I bent over, especially for a while there, and a little bit, but it wasn't like hanging like a pouch. But it was just like a little bit lax, you could tell for sure. But in the last week or two, that's totally firmed up. So now, today, it's right back where it was. So is there hope? Absolutely, okay? And if we go by just genetics alone, I do have predisposition for stretch marks. My mother has a ton of them, and she has a 5.10-pound baby boy and a 5.12-pound baby girl, me. Okay, so only 2 children, all right? Versus my 5, 6 pregnancies in all, with 5 living, full-term children. And also, I did from a growth spurt and puberty get a couple on my hip, right? And back then I could afford to, so I had some strivectin, and I used that on it. And I will say the stuff, I think it was the stuff, because I don't know what else it would have been. I had it for a while. It really did fade it to like white. I'd have to get a microscope. It shrunk down. When I was pregnant, it was a little expanded, and it was white, but when I shrunk back down, it went away. So I don't even see it as much as I did before I got pregnant with the girls. So I don't know. I can't explain that one. But it was like a couple little red lines, and they disappear completely with strivectin. So if you can afford it, go for it. Is it hype? Who knows? But if you can blow it, it doesn't hurt to try. And I know that, it did work there, but I couldn't afford it this time. So I went with Palmer's Belly Butter. Stuff is fabulous. Very moisturizing and smells delicious. You'll love it. I use it now. I still put it on there because now the belly skin is nice and taut again. And who knows if that helped or not, but you know what? I don't care. I love this stuff. I use it here, and I used it on my breasts. I used it on my breasts every single day when I was pregnant, my hips, even into my butt where you can still get stretch marks, and on my stomach. And it really, really moisturized the skin, because skin breaks outside and in. When dry skin is dry, it cracks. So you want to prevent dryness from inside out. And on the outside, you can do that with creams, potions, and lotions. Like I said, I recommend Palmer's, the Belly Butter, and I had the soothing anti-itch cooling oil, whatever it's called, soothing oil. That stuff is great too, nice and lubricative. Really makes you feel good and moist. And you just want to keep the skin nice and, nice and moisturized. So when you're in the shower, never use soap. Regular soap is a no-no because it dries out your skin. You want to use moisturizing body wash. Doesn't matter what kind. I just used regular, whatever my husband bought. I don't even know the brands. But I didn't use soap, all right, on any areas of myself that could get stretch marks and dry out. And I only used it for my certain areas, like under here and someplace that I'm not going to mention. Okay? You know what I mean. Okay? Well, you need the soap. But you can actually do that with the moisturizing soap too. But if you want to keep your bar handy, there you go. But then on the inside, you have to do your part too, okay? You have to be able to internally hydrate yourself. And we can't put creams inside of our bodies or take a pill for that. So what we got to do is we got to hydrate our bodies with water. I hate water, honestly, ladies, but drinking tons of it really does help. Keeps the skin fresh, glowing, your whole body feels better, and it really does make a difference. So if I had to put a bet on it, I would say that water does have something to do with it. Dehydrating the skin inside and out is really bad, and you probably will develop some kind of marks during your twin pregnancy for sure. But, you know, I can't say. Everything is up in the air with the potions and this and that and the other thing. But I'm just telling you what I believe and what I think and what I've done. And if you want to try it, that's great. If not, that's cool too. But like I said, if you want to go by genetics, I should be covered in them. And I'm 9.5 weeks, didn't have any surgery. So this is real. This is why I'm coming to you, to show you there's hope, because I read all gloom and doom stories. I thought I was totally, pardon my French, screwed.